You reckon there'll be
Hopefully
next gen consoles? I don't know. With all the shit that's going on with all the AI stuff at the moment, you reckon they're not going to delay that for like?
I mean, they're not touted till next year anyway. So we're only at the
True.
start of 26. That's a solid.
Jeez, I don't
minimum
know, man.
18
The last
months.
cycle. How long? How old's the PS5 now? Not that old.
I'm pretty sure they've announced. I haven't actually need to check.
Well, you reckon there's a
check that, but
PS6? Really?
Yeah. There's been
Oh.
teasers and all sorts of stuff floating around.
Oh.
You know how they release, they do benchmark testing and that sort of stuff and send out dev kits and that sort of stuff. A lot of the benchmarking data sheets and things like that have been coming out from those. So yeah, they're under code names, but like a lot of the time it's pretty easy to nut it out and work out. Oh, okay. It's like same with the data miners in different games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do wonder what they're going to do. Yeah, I don't know. What's the limit of console in terms of next gen? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I would have thought like we're peaking. Look, we all talk about that whole like PS3 to PS4 era, right? Like PS3 at the end of its cycle and Xbox 360 at the end of their life cycles, man, they were producing games way above.
They had optimized so damn well.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like PS4 never got that opportunity, and even PS5 now. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. It honestly, it's like it's better. These consoles now are better than entry level PCs, right? They're
100%.
running in 60 FPS. They're able to support 4K. Sure, the performance isn't always there if you're running it in 4K, but it can. So obviously, I guess the next thing would be 4K running better and in 8K running not as good.
I think I feel like so whatever the next gen is going to be the most stable version of 4K that we're going to get at a really nice frame rate. So whether it's 60 or whether it's 80 or 100, whatever, I think that that will be the more I'm actually listening to, because I've listened to a couple of podcasts since we last streamed. The more I'm listening to, the more I'm leaning towards the opinion that we are currently in the peak of gaming, as the format we have now with PCs and consoles. I don't know specifically what's going to be next, but as we've talked about before with
Full
AI,
immersion.
different. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen Ready Player One.
Yeah,
That I don't see.
that's going to be the.
That'll happen. That will happen,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
It'd be too stupid. It would be not stupid, but it would be silly not to, not just for the entertainment and immersion and that sort of stuff from it, but like the implications globally in terms of kids being able to have access to study and anybody being able to have access to study and internet, and it basically sort of it levels the playing field for what you can actually learn and what you can become and all sort of stuff. So I think that's coming, but in terms of where we are in terms of gaming right now, if you've got a really like a high-end gaming PC like what we've got, we're scratching at millimeters. Like, what am I going to do? Upgrade from 64 gig of RAM to 128, or am I going to go and upgrade the CPU, which is the last year's Ultra 9 to next year's Ultra 9? Like, you're talking minuscule upgrades. It doesn't really do a whole lot. So it's now up to, and that's the other thing, as you said, like by the end of PS3, they'd really like optimize the shit out of it and games are crispy. The devs at the moment are having a hard enough time releasing a game that lasts longer than 3 months and doesn't get flatlined like Anthem or Wiped, right?
Whoa. Too soon.
Well, I mean, that only happened a couple of weeks ago.
No,
2 weeks
it did, yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's right.
So in saying that, right, the current hardware we have is not even close to being optimized. Not even remotely close. They're literally doing it on the fly right now. So I don't know. I think where we're at now is peak. Maybe the next 12, 18 months, absolute tops will be peak gaming. And then we're going to see, I don't know, whatever's going to come next. And geez, I don't know what's going to be. Maybe it's the 120-inch, screen in your gaming glasses.
Yeah, but that's essentially hardware. No, like that's not necessarily. I think it's going to come down to a lot of the development of the cycle of game, and I think back then they spent a lot more time developing those games. Like it was a two-year cycle, and now we're down to a year cycle most of the time. Look, the advancement in technology as well. Like I make like asset wise and things like that. They're able to. There's processes they can speed up.
Of course.
However, I wonder how much impact it's actually having on the overall optimization of games, because we are seeing things that are kind of coming out, especially lately, half-baked.